recording on this computer. Fantastic. It's Wednesday night, you guys. It's team call night. And hey, Sharon, I just shared a little bit of what I have been like. Right now, it's just a time of truth, you guys. And it's a time to like get it out on there. Like just lay it out on the table for yourself so you can release the crap that's been holding you back that's not yours anymore. Right? As fears. So Friday's a full moon, and it's also the longest eclipse in 150 years. A lot of shadowy stuff is surfacing on the energy level. So if you're feeling fears, if you're feeling triggered by anything, it's the invitation to look at it and finally release it so that it doesn't hold you back anymore. So my question leading into my introduction of Jessica is, what are you just tired of holding on to? What fear are you tired of holding on to in your business that you are just ready to release? You are ready to get to the other side of, and that is freedom, peace, love, abundance. You're ready to just be there. What's coming up for you? And then use this time of the eclipse where all that shadowy stuff is coming to the surface and thank it. Thank it for coming up and presenting itself so that you can let it go. And Jess is going to talk to us tonight about how to step into the confidence to freaking do that in a big way for yourself. So, sister, I am here. I am taking notes. I am ready to be the receiver of information because I have been pouring out a lot this week of the doing and the waxing. So I'm gratefully, and I honor you, turning the microphone over to you.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm in my camper right now. It's a pop-up and it's my office, and I'm saying this to you now because I think it's supposed to rain. So if it starts to pour, I need you to tell me if you can't hear me anymore. Okay? And there's like one fly in here. So if you see me swatting, I'm like, why is this? So for the past 2 weeks, you guys, I have been thinking about what I wanted to talk to you about on this team call. And the one thing that kept popping up was confidence. And I was like, if experience has taught me anything, it's because somebody or multiple people on this team need to hear about this topic. It's popping into my heart for a reason. And then earlier this week, Jillian came out with this amazing email and this post and like all these things about confidence. And I was like, okay, like I get it. This is what I'm supposed to talk to you about. So first of all, you guys, I want you to just imagine a world where you can just walk around and be your authentic self and have so much power in that. Seriously, close your eyes for a second and imagine that. How amazing does that feel? Confidence is just a belief, but it's a belief in ourselves. It's a belief in our power, not an outcome, right? It's a belief that we can try all the things and be okay regardless of the outcome. I wanted to give you this affirmation before I start, and I know there was a team call previously at one point where I spoke a little bit on this topic, and if you watch that, some of this might sound familiar to you, but there's this one affirmation that I really love to talk to you guys about, and it's, my confidence is a gift to those around me. And every time I talk to people about this, something, this resistance comes up because a lot of the times, especially the women in this team, we are so strong, right? And we think that we can just give and pour into others, without filling our cup. Literally, you guys, we can only give what we have. So I want to give you a few scenarios here and why it's so important to step into that confidence and work through some of those crappy stories that we may be still carrying around with us. And we're going to have to do, a lot of digging and a lot of releasing through those, but that's okay. That's why we're here. So we all know that scenario where we walk into a room, or we're sitting in a room, let's put it that way. We're sitting in a room and somebody walks in and their energy is so high. And you can just feel it. And they come in and they're like, hey, how's it going? What are we going to do? What's going on? I love you. I love you. This is so great. And they are so their energy is great and they're so bubbly. And you're like, wow. And you feel that. And it makes you feel really, really good. There's also that scenario, where somebody walks in and they're extremely intimidated, or they're, just really uncomfortable. And then you find yourself wanting to help them and fill that space. So you're raising your energy to fill their lack of confidence. So which person would you rather show up to be in the world? The person that helps, the person that brings the energy into the room, or the person that sucks it away? And we don't intentionally suck it away, you guys. That's not what I'm saying. So don't feel bad about any of that. But that's just one way where our confidence literally helps everybody. We can affect an entire room. If you guys, for those of you who did not go to Summit, and for those of you who did, Sean Aker gave that study where you could have people in line and one person could be really anxious and be looking at their watch or be picking at their clothes and be really uncomfortable. And everyone else, like, I think it was like something crazy, like 80% of people in that same room would start doing the same thing. So you want to raise the vibration. Another scenario is what we instill in our children. There was an example, and if I can figure out where it came from, I will let you guys know. But there was an example of a young girl in middle school coming home to her mom. And she was like, these girls were picking on me. They wouldn't let me sit at their lunch table. And her mom, who had some shadows to kind of go through, she, instead of holding that space for her daughter and saying, are you okay? Like, you're fine. Everything's going to be okay. She said, well, maybe try wearing your hair up. So, that's just an example of how our confidence and our shadows can play on our children, and you don't have to be a mom. You can be an aunt or, whatever. And I want you guys to think of, what we do as coaches, right? We are awesome. Beachbody coaches are awesome, you guys. We help people. We hold this space for people every single day who want to step into their truth, who want to feel good in their bodies, who want all of these amazing things. But how can we give to them if we're not giving to ourselves? Right? Imagine a world. I loved this. Imagine a world where everyone felt confident in their beliefs, in their mind, in their body, in their souls. Can you imagine that? You guys, it starts with us. Because when you see, it starts with us, and it starts with us doing the work and for us stepping into who we were truly meant to be, because it's completely safe to be who we were meant to be. When you see somebody who is maybe on the defensive or, lashes out because they're triggered by something, you're not going to react to that situation the same way that others are, because you've done the work. You are confident in yourself. You're confident in who you are, and you're not triggered by, some things that somebody else may be triggered by. You can literally hold this space for everyone else and show them compassion and realize that they have something to work through and help them with it, because we are so confident in who we are. And that is powerful. And we hold that as coaches. We're able to do that. One of the things that, this was something totally cool, that I didn't even realize I had been doing, but have done. So you guys, you have watched me, some of you, for like years. And I have gone from like, I'm a Cancer, by the way. I have gone from like this tiny little like crab in her shell to like, hi, I'm Jess, and like, I'm gonna love you and help the world. But it didn't happen overnight, right? Clearly. There was a lot in my past, being the sensitive being that I really am, that completely stripped away my confidence. So I had to work through my shitty stories. There are beliefs that have been instilled upon us from, a very impressionable age. And whether that is that confidence is bad, that it's really like cocky or arrogance, that you shouldn't love yourself, whether it has to do with something a relative or friend said to you, maybe to be kind, but you took it in a way that was kind of like, ow, and it kind of, it always stuck with you. It could be, tied to your body or a position in a job or in this company, like a rank. You guys are so much more than all of these. You are so much more than a rank. You are so much more than a position at work. You are so much more than, all of these stories that you may have been led to believe. So when we identify all of these, like I thought for a very long time, I'll just use myself as an example, that my body, we've all women, right? We struggle with body confidence, or we have in the past for sure. And, me, I struggled with identity. I've struggled with, all of these things. And I eventually had to ask myself, does this support how I want to feel? No, it doesn't. Because we are only promised the present. You guys, confidence it's in your mind. You have it right now. And you can step into that right now. And I suggest you do the work to do that, because you are only promised the present. I had to ask myself, who do I need to forgive? And this is something that I am forgiving. This is something that we forgive for ourselves. Who do we need to forgive? We don't actually need to go up to these people, and unless you really want to, and talk it out. But for you yourself, you should choose to forgive that scenario, because it's only going to help you heal. And it's not, and I had a hard time with that at first. I showed like mad resistance to it, because I thought it made me weak. I thought that I was weak for forgiving all of these scenarios and all of these people. And that was it's so not the case, you guys. You are so much stronger for acknowledging these crappy stories that you have led to believe about yourself. And, I read that comment. It was so good. I totally lost track. I missed it. Anyway, so, and what new thought are you choosing to have? So you're working through your stories. You're so much more than what they are. So what new thoughts are you choosing to have? Like how totally badass you are no matter what. That's a good thought, right? All of these questions that I'm telling you to ask yourselves are something that I ask myself for every single one of my insecurities, for every single scenario that I, entered, whether it was at work or a call like this. If I was like a while back, if I was like going to be speaking on a call, I would ask myself, is we are worthy of being here just because we're here. Seriously, you guys, we all started off as babies. We all started off at the same level. You are worthy of being here just because you were you and you were here. You were just as good as anybody else. And I think the biggest, and I'm going to say it again, but I think the biggest thing that we do here as coaches to relate this back to Beachbody is tie our worth to our rank and how much money we're making. And that's it's so not the case, you guys. You are beautiful and magical just the way that you are, and you will get there. So next, I'm going to take a sip of my water really quick. It does kind of look like I'm in a tent. Okay. Is this the legacy that I want to leave? And I want to talk for a second about body confidence, because it's something, even with all of the personal development that we go through. Yes, Donna, I am telling you, I'm working right now and speaking to people who are in their 60s, in their 70s, and they're like actually honestly very good friends of mine, and we're still working through confidence. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the age. It's your soul, and it's a beautiful thing. So body confidence, because even as Beachbody coaches, and through all of the personal development that we do and everything that we hold for everybody else, we still see people on social media that do the same programs that we do, that, you know, use the same containers, that drink the same Shakeology, and their body looks very different. And sometimes, in our opinion, it might look better. But you guys, you are, and I'm just going to say this one more time, you're so much more than your size. You're so much more than your body. I have seen so many women lately that are just gorgeous of all shapes and sizes, and they walk, and it's the way that they hold themselves, you guys. It's the way that they have stepped into their truth, and they just walk around and they're like, I know I am me, and I honor that, and that's just the way it is. And it's a beautiful thing. And I wanted to bring that up because it's also really important. I just ran into a conversation recently with somebody who brought up the fact that they had a donut after church and they really regretted it after. And I was like, enjoy that donut. Enjoy that food, you guys. It all comes down to wanting to exercise and eat well because you love yourself, not as punishment. And that, again, goes through some of those icky stories that we were led to believe, where we sometimes will always, you know, maybe we were told, oh, you know, even as a kid, somebody that we loved or looked up to was probably like, okay, well, I just had this bowl of ice cream, now I need to go work out. And that is how you relate food and exercise. But in reality, you should be working out because you love yourself. You should be working out and eating well because this is your vessel. And you are a soul living a human experience. And it's up to us to do the inner work so that we can show up for our experiences in our life the way that we were meant to. We were meant to show up as our perfectly perfect selves. There is a couple of things that I wanted to kind of say to you, and they don't really go together, but I found them so powerful that I had to write them down because I just love them so much. So, you are a gift. You are an absolute miracle, and you are not your past. And I hope that resonates with a lot of you guys, because there is so much that I feel like we go back to just as humans, just as people. And we think to ourselves that, you know, oh, I did this, it kind of makes you a bad person, or I did this. And you are not your past. You have right the here and now. This is who you are. This is what you were promised. This is you. And you are not what others have said or done. You are perfectly made. Right? Your mess, well, this was a good one. Your mess is your greatest gift, and you are not who you were yesterday. And I loved those. And I was like, oh my God, I have to write these down because I love them so much. You guys, before I end this call, or before I stop speaking, because I mean, like, this was like kind of quick. I always feel like I could talk more, but then I end up summarizing everything. And I'm like, oh, it's only 20 minutes. You guys, it is 110% safe to be yourself. And it's more than a gift to you. It's a gift to the world. And especially doing what you do as coaches, nobody can do what you do. And I'm pointing at every single one of you. Nobody can do what Amanda does, what Jillian does, what Jennifer does, what Donna does. Nobody can do anything just like you do, and nobody's going to talk to the same people. So when you show up as yourself, you are helping the people that you were meant to help in the way that you were meant to help them. Does that make sense? You can't expect to help these people that are coming to you like Jillian does or like I do, because that's not the way that they were meant to be helped. They came to you for a reason. They were brought to you for a reason, so you help them as you, because you are perfect just the way that you are. And it's just a matter of working through one by one those stories and those beliefs that we have grown up with or instilled upon ourselves, you know, just recently. And, you know, it can be done. I'm kind of living proof. So, but I don't know, you guys. I think that was it.
That was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I loved so much how you said that we are not our past. You guys, like, we hold on to so much stuff. And here's the thing, like, so it made me think of this. As a mom now, I look at how we talk about Santa Claus way differently, because Santa Claus comes if you're a good boy or girl. He does not come if you are bad. Guess what, you guys? You are innately good. You are innately good. Your choices are what determines how you're feeling. The choices can be good or bad choices in terms of the definition of, like divinely good and divinely bad, like, and just like also logistically good and logistically bad, and against the law and not against law, right? Like, but we are good people. So if we stand in that simple truth of that, confidence can build, because there is no good or bad. Just like with food, there is no good or bad food. We put the charge on the food. So if you want to recharge yourself in your truth, starting with the fact that you are innately good, you are not your past, you are not the decisions you once made, super freeing, because then you get to free like the younger versions of you that are still like screaming for attention, trying to like run the show, and you get to say like, I got you. You don't have to do that anymore. I've got you. So powerful, Jess. Like so good. And thank you for being so open too with all that you have. You literally participated in your transformation in the most beautiful way. And the fact that you allow us glimpses of that and you get to share your truth so deeply, it's just such an honor.
I am an open book, you guys. And don't forget to watch out for those sneaky ego thoughts that are like, I'll be happy when, or I feel guilty taking time for myself, because those are false. I was a really big, advocate for that. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I hit diamond. I'll be happy when I lose this weight. I'll be happy when, I move or I get a new job. And it's now. You can totally be happy now, you guys. Oh, and there was like, now it's flowing again. There was a couple of things, a lot of things, fair amount of things that I wanted to share with you guys on ways to help boost your confidence, because I just gave you all of this, like I gave you this whole spiel just now, but I didn't give you ways. I gave you how to work through them, but I didn't give you daily things that you can practice to help do that. So here are some things that I found particularly helpful. So, and like the first one is obviously exercise. We know this. Exercise there was a point where I was just exercising because it was my job as a coach. And now I exercise because it literally makes me happy. I exercise because it clears my mind, and most of all, it clears my anxiety. It just gives me that space. So one, exercise. And plus, you guys, when you exercise, that's you. Like, somebody could push you to exercise, but they're not going to do it for you. Like, you are doing that 110%. That is all you. And your confidence should stem from that, because that ish is hard. Working out and getting up to exercise is not easy. Okay. Meditation, that has helped me a lot. Confidence journaling. Confidence journaling is basically listing my accomplishments, big or small. Like, okay, I mailed this package today. I don't know.
Huge accomplishment.
Right? I'm like, it could be literally anything that you have accomplished, and list that out and then read it back to yourself. And you're going to be like, you're going to be so excited. Do something that you're good at. Let's see. Whoops. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Take action on something that you have been meaning to do for a while. And that one's kind of big, because like doing promotes confidence, and like taking action on something that you've been meaning to do for a long time, whether it's going to get your car registered, probably should have done that earlier, but cleaning out that room in your house that just has like those gift bags and like all that stuff that you just throw in there and don't look at, that you really have been meaning to organize. Take action, and that will breed your confidence. Affirmations are really good, like the one I just told you. Confidence is a gift to those around me. Get rid of stuff that makes you feel crappy. And this kind of goes back to body confidence. And this was something I learned the hard way. But after I had my son, I was like, I'm going to save these clothes because I feel like they're going to make me feel like I'm going to fit back into them. But what I really needed was clothes to make me feel good now. Right? So save those clothes, save that outfit that you really want to wear again as motivation. But you need to feel comfortable now. You deserve to feel all these good feelings now. That's what's going to help build your confidence. So throw away anything that makes you feel like crap. Literally anything. Throw it out because you deserve better. Don't tie your worth to rank or pay, whether in the Beachbody world or the corporate world or, whatever. Do something nice for yourself, like before you reach your goal. And this is something that I've always found super important because it's important. And even when I talked about vision earlier in the week, you guys, it's important to get into that feeling before. It's important to get into this feeling now so we can keep our vibration at its highest so that we can receive more. So before you hit that goal, because you know what's going to happen, feel free to do something nice for yourself, you guys. You don't have to go crazy. Like maybe just go get your nails done or something. Something to make you feel good because you know that you are slaying, right? Speak kindly to yourself. Show up powerfully, right? And I think that was actually it. I think that was the last one. Because if there's one thing that I have, I've learned a lot, but I think one of the biggest ones is that ignoring your needs and ignoring yourself only breeds insecurity and lack of confidence, you guys. It's about stepping into your power, bringing yourself back into your essence by doing the things that you love. What makes you feel good? Music, art, exercise, helping people. You love to go shopping? Like, do you love cooking? Is what brings you back to you. Do that more often. And don't ignore your needs because it's only going to breed frustration and insecurities and lack of confidence. Okay? Does that make sense? I think I'm actually done now. I promise.
No, that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it so much. You're incredible. You guys, if you have any follow-up questions for Jess, she's Coach of the Week the whole week long. Comment on her posts. Participate in the abundance things that she's doing every single day, the abundance tracking. Let's get back into this, you guys, and let's invite her into this with us to guide us. Like, I love it so much. Thank you, sister. This was incredible.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. We needed this. Look at all the comments. Like I
haven't even looked.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Holy crap. There's like 30 of them. Mm-hmm. Guys.
Yeah. So good, you guys.
That's awesome.
Thank you, sister. This was incredible. You're killing it. You're doing big things. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Okay, ladies, you know what to do. Get the confidence journaling started. That's huge. Huge, huge, huge. And guys, like, last note, what if this got to be the thing? What if this conversation was finally the thing that actually initiated stuff for you? Actually got you to take action on all that you say that you want, right? It's that action, like what Jess said, action literally cures all ill feelings. So go take action. You deserve it, okay? Colleen, we're hopping off, honey, but you can watch the replay. Love you guys. Take action now. You are worthy. Good night.